Are you the person that's trying to lactate to breastfeed a child?
I already did, yeah.
You already did?
Uh-huh, yeah. I breastfed my youngest, and now she's on to solid foods, so yeah.
Oh man, that's sick. Oh, that makes me so.
Why is
Oh
that
my
sick?
goodness. Wow.
Because, like, I talked to my doctor about it. My doctor helped me through the process. We ran tests. Everything was shown to be perfectly healthy and normal. So, like, what's the problem?
Oh my goodness. I actually never felt this way before. That's actually blowing my mind.
Uh-huh. What's blowing
Okay,
your
I'm,
mind?
I'm done. Okay. That's child abuse. That's actually crazy. You should be arrested for that.
How is that child abuse?
You're
That my
making a
doctor... Wait, wait.
child.
You think that it's child abuse that my doctor helped me give food to my baby? How is that
No,
child
it's
abuse?
child abuse that you're making your child suck on a man's tit that's producing milk that shouldn't even be doing that naturally.
I worked with my doctor. We analyzed the milk. Everything was shown to be perfectly healthy and normal. My kids' developmental tests all came back perfectly healthy and normal. So like, where's the actual harm? Like
Where's your kid's
you're just
mother?
trying to claim some kind of like disgust response. I'm like, I get it. Like you find trans
No,
people to
that
be
it's
gross or
blowing my
whatever,
mind. That made me
but
feel
like,
super sick.
where's the harm? You haven't demonstrated any kind of harm.
But harm that's gonna traumatize your kid for the rest of his life when he realizes that he can. He
My
was
kid. Wait, my kid's not a
when he
boy.
realized that
I
he
already
sucked
told
a
you that
man's
my
tit and
wait.
oh
How is
my
that
god.
traumatizing? Kids suck on their mom's breast is a pretty normal and natural thing.
Yeah, they're moms, not their
Yeah,
dads.
I'm also the mom to this kid.
Did you donate your sperm?
No.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah, so stepmothers also breastfeed children sometimes. If you've heard of the Newman Goldfarb protocol, it was designed to allow stepmothers and adopted mothers to breastfeed their children. This is the same protocol that I employ to be able to breastfeed my child.
Why would you even do that to your child? If I grew
Yeah,
up
so
and
breast
if
milk
I
is shown to have profound benefits for the health and development of young children. And the child's biological mother, she was unable to provide breast milk because she was, working long nights at the hospital ICU. Just timing wise, it didn't really work out for her to be able to pump and breastfeed. But with my flexible schedule, I was able to do so. So I worked with my doctor to be able to achieve this, and it was shown to be healthy and nourishing. And my child is developing great, and now she's on to solid foods.
if one day my dad told me he's like, yeah, son, if he was like, yeah, son, I made you suck on my nipples when I was growing up, I would literally get him arrested.
Why?
Cause that's child abuse. That's crazy.
How is that child abuse?
Cause a child should not be sucking on his dad's nipples. That's
Why
not
not?
normal. Cause it's not normal.
Wait,
You're the first person
how is
that
it
ever
not
brought this
normal?
up.
Like literally, it's perfectly natural for the human body to produce breast milk, and when stimulated with the hormones that I've been taking, that's just a natural process that the body
But
can
you're also
do.
giving them.
So
Oh my
there's
goodness.
wait. So you went from saying it's child abuse to it's just not normal. Anything that's not normal is child abuse now? That's crazy.
No,
You
I
don't
didn't
have
say that.
any
You're
kind of
saying.
principle to stand on.
I just think that you should honestly be arrested for doing that.
So what's the crime?
Sexual immorality. I don't know. Sexual conduct. I don't know what it's called.
What is sexual about breastfeeding a child? What the are you, why do you think it's sexual to breastfeed a child?
It's sexual for a man to let your child suck a man's nipple.
First off, like I don't have the body of a man. Like my body is able to produce breast milk the
I don't
same way that
care.
a cis
I don't
woman's
care.
body can. And also, like, even if a baby like sucked on a man's nipple, which by the way was actually very common and normal within many tribal societies throughout human history,
Wow.
like
So
skin
it's
to
okay
skin
then?
contact is shown to be very
It's okay now because of
beneficial
that?
for a baby's developments. So like, where's the harm? What's the crime?
You know what's the crime? Everybody in this chat that's agreeing with the host. You guys need to be locked up too. They need to come investigate
You
your
still
life.
haven't demonstrated any kind of crime or any kind of harm, even.
How is this not a crime? Like, where does if I called
Yeah,
the cops
so
on you right now, would they not
I'll tell you right
investigate?
now, feeding a baby is not a crime. That's it.
Feeding a baby while making him suck on your nipple?
So that's called breastfeeding. Yeah, it's not a crime to breastfeed your child.
Okay, bro. So if I put milk on my chest and make my child suck, is that not weird? Is that not a little insane?
I mean, if you just like poured cow's milk on your chest and had your baby like lick it up, that might be a little bit weird. I don't think that's a crime
Yeah, and
though.
it's a little bit weird that you can even produce milk. That's not natural. It's not, it's very weird.
What do you mean? It's perfectly natural. Literally, the hormones that I take engage with the natural processes of my body to be able to produce breast milk.
Man, this is actually sick.
You still haven't demonstrated any kind of harm. Like Literally everything
What
that
do
you're
you
saying
mean?
is just because you're
Listen,
grossed out by
I already
trans people.
demonstrated the
It's
harm.
literally that simple. Oh
I
wait, what
already
was the harm?
demonstrated the harm. I
What
said
was the
if this
harm?
happened to me, I would call the cops and get my dad locked up. That's child abuse. I don't want to
So wait,
suck
wait,
on my
wait.
dad's nipple. That's mad weird.
Hold
A
up.
child should never
The
be forced
wait,
to
wait.
do
The
that.
harm is your feeling. You just feel bad about it if like your mom
All right,
breastfed
hold up.
you.
Did you donate the sperm or did your boyfriend?
What?
Did you donate the sperm to have this child or did your boyfriend?
Neither.
Wait, so you got someone pregnant?
No.
So whose child is it?
So my wife had children from her previous marriage, and I'm their stepmom.
And you're letting them suck your nipple? Are you
Plenty of
insane?
stepmoms. Plenty of stepmoms breastfeed their children. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's absolutely
Wait, do you think
disgusting.
it? Do
Both
you
of
think
you
it's
should be
wrong
locked
for a
up for that.
stepmom to breastfeed their child?
Why is she not breastfeeding them?
So I already
Why
told
is she not
you.
breastfeeding
I
them?
already told you. If you would actually listen to me this time, the reason why the kid's biological mom is unable to breastfeed is because she works 12-hour shifts at the
Wow,
hospital
that's the excuse?
ICU,
Oh
which means
my
that she doesn't have the
goodness.
time to be able to pump and store breast milk, and it just doesn't work. She also has some problems with her body being able to produce milk. But my body was able to do so. I had a flexible schedule as a graduate research assistant, and yeah, it worked out great. Do you have a problem with stepmoms breastfeeding their kids?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually shaking
What's
right now. This
okay?
makes me
What's
so
the
uncomfortable.
problem with a stepmom breastfeeding their kid?
What's the problem? Why can't her biological mother do it? Why don't you
So
go pick up some extra hours at your job or
I already told you why the kid's biological
viewers so
mom
she can
couldn't
do
do
that for her
that.
child?
You're just not listening to me. Let's just suppose you have a biological mom who can't breastfeed her kid, but there's a stepmom in the equation, and she can. Would you rather the kid gets no breast milk and none of the benefits from breast milk? Or would you rather let the stepmom breastfeed the kid?
Yeah, nah, just give him the bottle
The bottle of what?
of baby formula, whatever you got to do.
So you can give the child formula, although formula does not have as many benefits as breast milk does. So you would rather the kid forgoes all the benefits of breast milk, benefits to the immune system, benefits to digestion, benefits that go even into adulthood in terms of the studies we observe.
Let me tell
You
you
would rather
this. If
forego
if
all those
listen,
benefits
I'm gonna
just
tell you
because
right
you're
now.
grossed out by stepmotherhood?
I'm gonna tell you right now. If my kid was ever forced to put his mouth on another man's chest, it would be a big
Wait,
problem.
what
I
do you mean
promise you.
forced? Nobody's forced to do this. Like
Oh, so
my
you're doing it
baby feeds
naturally?
of her own volition. Like
Oh,
if my
so
baby
you have the consent to put
didn't
it on
want
your
to
nipple,
drink my breast milk, she wouldn't
on
have
your
to.
tit,
She could
or
just stop
whatever it is, your
sucking.
nipple. Wait, so you have your son's consent? The 2-year-old, the 1-year-old, whatever it is.
So
You
for the
asked him if
third
it was okay
time, I
before you did
told you
that.
she's my daughter, and also here's the thing. The baby chooses to drink the milk. The baby doesn't have to drink the milk. They could stop drinking at any moment. There's no forcing.
You're forcing it by putting it on your nipple,
That's not forcing. The baby doesn't have to eat anything.
or you could just feed it from a bottle.
Yeah. The baby has also been fed from a bottle.
Yeah, and it should be that way only. Like another man nipple shouldn't
Why
be
why
in your
only the
child's
bottle?
mouth, and
Wait, why
in your
is it wrong
girlfriend's or
for a
your wife's
stepmom to
child's mouth.
breastfeed? I'm really curious why you think it's wrong for a stepmom to breastfeed. Like also this has been a historical practice for
You're not a
most of
stepmom.
human
You're a
history. Do
man.
you know what a
Stop trying to do that.
have you heard of a wet nurse? Do you know what a wet nurse is?
Yeah, I know what a wet nurse is, but I
Okay,
don't know why.
what's a wet nurse?
Like a babysitter for a child.
Kind of. And
You tell me.
wet nurses also breastfeed the kids that they watch after.
That's weird. That's weird.
This has been a historical practice throughout most of human history.
It
What's
is what
wrong
it
with
is.
it?
I don't think all wet nurses have to breastfeed.
That's what wet nurse means. Wet nurse means somebody that like watches over a young baby and breastfeeds the
All
baby.
right. Even if you're right on that, I don't care.
You just
Yo,
you don't even know what wet
I
nurse
said even if
means.
you're right, I'll give you it. I'll give you it. I don't care. Why are we
Okay,
trying to
so
switch
wait,
it to
wait.
that? You're not
So
a
wait,
step.
if you
You're
wait, wait,
not
okay,
the
so you
baby
gave that to
stepmother.
me. So wait. You just conceded that wet nurses are okay.
No, I don't think.
Therefore,
I don't think it's
that's what
okay.
you just said. That's what you just said. You said I'll give that to you.
No, I didn't say it's okay. I said I agree that it's historically a thing.
Okay, so what's the problem with wet nurses?
Okay. The problem is that you're not the child's stepmother. You are a man.
So I am the child's stepmother.
You're
Legally, I'm the
you're a
child's
stepfather.
stepmother. This is what it says
You're a
on the official
stepfather.
government documentation. I don't know why you don't care about the reality of the legal system, but I am legally recorded as these children's step parent.
Yeah, then there's something wrong with this legal system. Just like there's things wrong with the legal
Okay,
system
hold up,
that
hold
says
up,
you
hold
could
up.
have
You
sex
still
with a
haven't
15-year-old
demonstrated
child.
any
There's
reason
things that are
why
wrong with
wet nursing is wrong. Can you tell me why wet nursing is wrong?
Okay, maybe let's just say wet nursing is okay in the sense that it's another woman. You are a man making
Okay,
a
hold
child
up.
suck your
So
nipple.
if wet nurses are okay, you concede that then?
No, I don't.
You
Okay,
just
listen.
said wet nurses are okay.
Okay, fine, they're okay. I'm not
Okay.
conceding though that
So if
a
wet
child
nurses
should
are
suck on a
okay,
man's nipple.
if wet nurses are okay, then stepmothers breastfeeding their children are also okay because stepmothers breastfeeding their children are basically wet nurses, right?
Okay, but you are a
Okay,
man. That's the
awesome.
difference.
So hold up. What is the harm if that wet nurse is transgender instead of cisgender? What's the harm?
You know, I still can't see it being okay. I think that no child should be sucking on another person's nipples if it's not their mother.
You just conceded that wet nurses are
Yeah, but
okay.
I take that back. I thought that through. I don't like that. I still
You
don't think
have
that's
no
okay.
principles.
Put it in a bottle.
You're so flip floppy.
Put it
I,
in
I
a
don't even know
bottle.
how we can have a conversation if
Put
you're
it
this
in a
flip
bottle.
floppy. Wait, like put the breast milk in a bottle and then it's
Yeah,
okay?
don't make them suck your nipple. That's crazy.
Okay.
I'm not
So
even talking about you. I'm talking about other wet nurses.
here's the funny thing. I literally fed my child via a bottle. Like my child had stopped latching on her biological mother and she never latched on me. Literally she only fed from a bottle with my
Yeah, I
breast
would be
milk.
backtracking too because that's definitely illegal
Well,
somewhere.
the thing is you assumed that my child was like latching on my nipple, but you never actually asked me if that was the case. My child was breastfed solely from a bottle.
From your milk?
Yes.
Why didn't her biological mother just leave the milk for the day or something like that?
So she did when the child was first born, but then
Oh,
when
but
she
then
went to
she didn't
work
have
back at the
time.
hospital, she couldn't do that anymore.
She
And
could have did
so
it.
she
She
had
could
to
have did it.
stop.
She could have did it.
So she also had problems like being able to breastfeed in general, where her body wasn't producing sufficient
That's
milk
not
in
what you were saying
general.
before.
That was
That's not
just
what
an
you said
issue with
before.
her
You said it was
body.
because of her job.
I said both of those reasons. You asked
No,
me
you did.
multiple times and I gave you both of those reasons. I know you have a really hard time listening, but I did already explain this to you multiple times. That both she has problems producing milk and her job makes it basically impossible for her to pump.
Yeah,
So
the only thing
you
you said
also just
last time was
conceded that
job.
it's okay for wet nurses to breastfeed via a bottle, right?
I still think it's weird, but I think that's more acceptable than letting
Okay.
another
So I
woman or man
literally
suck a
breastfed
nipple
my
of another
kid
person.
via a bottle. What's the problem?
Because you're not its mother. You're a
So
man.
wait. But you said that wet nurses were okay. Wet nurses are also not the biological mother of the child.
It's like not natural, bro. You're not naturally producing this breast milk enough to
I
feed a
am
child
naturally
without.
producing the breast milk. Like once I take the
Are you
my
taking
body
medication?
naturally produces breast
Did
milk.
you take medication?
Hormones trigger natural responses in the body. That's how they work.
Did you take medication?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not natural. Stop saying that.
So the medication uses the natural processes which the body already knows how to do.
Okay, so it's not natural. If you were a woman, it would be natural, but you're not a woman. It's not natural.
So wait. Is your entire argument that like what is natural is good and what is unnatural is bad?
No, my entire argument is that it was never okay for a
Wait.
child to suck
But
on a
you said it's
man's
not
nipple.
okay because of its being natural versus unnatural. Are you making a moral judgment based off of something is natural or unnatural?
No, I'm making a moral judgment on what is moral, what is right.
Okay, so if you're making a moral judgment based on what is moral, that's entirely circular logic, which is a logical
I said what
fallacy.
is right.
If you're appealing to nature, that's also a logical fallacy. It is
Okay, why?
invalid logic to suggest that something is right or correct simply because it's natural. For
Okay,
example, cancer is natural. Just because something natural doesn't mean it's good.
okay. So answer this. So you and your wife were talking, and the reason that you wanted to breastfeed is because like, oh honey, I know you're gonna be working these long hours. You're not gonna be here. Let me go to the doctor and make it so I can breastfeed instead of getting some baby formula. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, honey. Don't worry. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, many stepmoms do that because breast milk has profound benefits over formula.
From a woman.
Like
Like
you
it's
can
so
literally do that.
disgusting. All right, but it's
You
still
know
it's
that I
still
literally had doctors analyze my breast milk and they found that the composition, the nutrients
this is
were
so new.
in
I
line with
promise you, it's
reference
not gonna be
breast
the same.
milk from a cis woman. Like my milk was proven by a lab to be identical to cis women's breast milk and to be healthy to feed to my child. Like I have laboratory data.
Man.
I have lab tests I can show you of my breast milk and its nutrients. Like, what's the
I
problem?
don't care. I don't even care. It's just so
Yeah, here's the
nasty.
thing. You
It's
don't
like a
care about
sicko
the
thing.
facts.
It's
Thank
like
you
a
for
sicko
finally
thing.
admitting it. Thank you for finally admitting it.
No, I do
You
care
don't
about
care about
facts.
the facts.
I just
The only
know
thing
that
that
it's a
matters to
fact
you,
that
hushy
a
poo,
child
hushy
shouldn't be
poo,
sucking.
hushy poo, 1 second. You just admitted that you don't care about the facts. The only thing that matters to you is that it makes you feel gross. You're just being a big emotional crybaby. I mean, I came here with facts and logic, and you came here with your big emotions.
All right,
And I just gotta say, I think that facts matter more than feelings.
all right. Yo, Naomi,
Yeah.
you realize that the people that believe that this is okay is like literally probably less than 5%.
Where are you getting that data from?
I just said it's probably, so obviously I'm not getting it from data.
So, first off, that data is completely wrong. Like, you can look at polling on trans issues, and it's a lot closer to 50-50, depending on what kind of issue you're polling. The other thing is, even if it was something that was unpopular, whether or not something is popular or unpopular doesn't make it true or untrue. Like, even if most people, even if 95% of people believe that the Earth was flat, that doesn't make the Earth flat. Going based off of popular opinion is also completely illogical.
Yeah, but this
Once
affects
again,
society.
you're just so focused on your own feelings, and I'm sorry that your feelings are
No,
hurt
you know
because
what? I'm
trans
more
people
worried.
exist. But once again, I care about the facts. I care about the data. I care about the science.
Yeah, I'm not focused on my own feelings. I'm focused on the abused child that's in your household right
You
now.
literally said that it feels gross to you, and that was your only argument.
I didn't say it feels gross to me.
That's
That's my only
literally what you
argument.
said.
All right, so anyway, so I really think that someone should call CPS, get that child out of the house, get this person
You know, the funny thing
Naomi
is,
locked
somebody
up.
actually, there was actually a conservative lunatic that did try to call CPS on me,
They
and the
should.
police informed her that breastfeeding a child is not a crime.
That cop should be fired too.
You don't know anything about child nutrition, about breastfeeding. Do you have kids of your own?
Yeah, I have 13 kids actually.
Okay, so you're also lying. Got it.
Well, how am I lying?
What are your 13 kids' names?
Oh man, Alex, Brandon, Kyle, Marie. I'm not gonna tell you all my kids' names. Actually, that sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
you're a liar, and you just got blown the frick out. And now that you've been proven to be a
All right, I'm just kidding.
liar
I don't have
and
13
somebody
kids.
who's
I don't
just
have 13 kids.
very emotional, you're really letting emotion get in the way of having a logical conversation here, and that's
I
kind
was
of
just kidding.
sad.
All right, anyway,
So,
let's move on. Let's move on.
now that you've just admitted to openly lying, I think that this conversation is done. I hope you have a good night.
All right, leave
I
your
hope
kids
you pray
alone.
about
Stop
this.
abusing them. Just stop
I hope
abusing
you
them.
find
Everybody has a
God.
pet.
I
Get
hope
this
that you
person to
find
stop abusing your
logic
kids one
and
way or another.
reason.
No violence, though.
I hope that you find the right path, because the path that you're on right now is very sad. Getting triggered by trans people feeding children is just not the W that you think it is. Why did I ever stop doing this? This is great.